they have reached the bottom of the highest level of not giving a fuck. They reach unseen levels. Is it the Epstein thing is so crazy?
Yeah.
Like, and him saying like, "What do you care? Why does everybody care about Epstein?" Like,
well, that's it. Yeah, but it is. Look, I mean, although again, going back to South Park, yeah, once they did the Woodland Creatures episode all those years ago, you thought, okay, that's got to be the worst they can get.
Which one was
right?
the Woodland Creatures?
Oh my
one?
God, you got to look it up. It's fantastic. I'm not going to do it justice if I try to explain what it's about.
Well, remember when they did the gay
you.
teacher where he had a whore off with Paris Hilton? He stuffed her up his ass.
This was the other one.
Oh, God.
Critters. They're all cussing and...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I was 17 years ago.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, dude.
No.
They haven't given a fuck since the beginning, and it's the greatest show of all time.
Yeah. And honestly, if you said what would be the best job that you could have imagined, it would be being one of those two guys working on
Yeah,
that
they're
show.
killing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, it's so beautiful because they have cartoons, and you could do things with cartoons you could never do with real people.
Yeah.
You can kill them. They can fuck each other. They can stick things up their ass.
Yeah. Cartman
like
gets that
anything can
alien
happen.
probe. Yeah.
Anything can happen because, and it's also they're not realistic cartoons, so it's like you're somehow or another detached from it.
Yeah. No, they and if they did a documentary one time. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Where they tracked the 6 days it takes them to make the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This trumpet bit with Satan.
Satan's back.
Satan's upset at Trump. It's very funny.
Well, you remember the Satan and Diddy episode? All those that was fantastic.
I
too.
didn't see that one.
Oh, the Satan Diddy episode, and then they had the
When
they
was
had
that?
The,
Is that
the
recent?
mass murderers, and no, this was a few years back too. It was a Diddy party, and he wanted to. Yeah, it's a long story. He wanted a Lamborghini cake, but it was just like the devil wanted it, and they said no. Diddy did it already, and it's fantastic.
Remember when they had the movie with Saddam Hussein?
Yes.
And Saddam Hussein was in a gay relationship with Satan.
Oh God, we could spend the entire time. People are like, "Oh, they're going to talk about this the whole time," but yeah.
The
yeah.
Epstein stuff is so crazy because when Kash Patel was on here and he was like, there's nothing. And I was like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to say. My thought was, and people are like, why didn't you push back more? My thought was like, I'm just going to put this out there and let the internet do its work because there's nothing I can. The guy's saying there's no tapes, there's no video. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone knows it doesn't make any sense. And then he didn't know about the Michael Baden stuff, the autopsy stuff, where it showed that he had 3 broken bones in his neck, which never happens when you hang yourself. Even when you like leap from somewhere with a rope around your neck and it snaps your neck, you never have 3
and he's
broken
in a prison
bones.
cell. He's not launching himself off the first floor balcony.
The whole thing was nuts. And then he's like, well, we have a film. We're going to release that film. And the film has a fucking minute missing from it.
Yeah.
Like, do you think we're babies? Like, what is this?
Also, you got people, including Dan Bongino, right, making bank for a couple of years talking about how awful it is, and we got to get this shit, and this huge conspiracy, and then you release a 2-page memo that says, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah, because you're walking by your bedroom window and you see a little laser. Red laser moving across your chest.
Yeah, but it really is. It's so look. You know me. I'm not a conspiracy guy by
you
nature.
are today.
But I am today. Today, I'm fully on board with this shit.
Everybody's in today.
Yeah, no, but and they're actually doing right as we speak. And I find this fascinating, is that the Assistant Attorney General Todd Blanche is down in Florida for an interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, right? And she's serving 20 years in a Florida prison for sex trafficking, right?
To who, though?
What's that?
To who?
Well, he's down there to interview her.
But I'm saying she's sex trafficked to who?
She was a co-conspirator of Epstein's, right?
But don't you have to have a person who you're sex trafficking to?
Exactly. And they talked about the victims somewhat during her trial. It was it was a very difficult trial in the sense of, they're trying to protect certain victims and others were coming forward. But, my surprise was nobody from DOJ has ever, according to her legal team, Nobody has ever interviewed her from DOJ. Right, so, Department of Justice. So this is the first time the Department of Justice. You're telling me, and meanwhile, up on Capitol Hill, you got Democrats like Adam Schiff and others going, "We have got to release these fucking files." They had 4 years under the previous administration, right?
Yeah.
Look, everybody's fucked in this situation, but they had all that time to do whatever they wanted to do. And nobody, up until this point, apparently, has talked to her. Now, you know, some folks on the legal side are saying, well, look, if she had anything interesting to say, she would have said it during the course of her trial, right, to save herself or to cut a deal.
No.
But now
I don't think so.
I don't.
That
Yeah.
would kill her.
Yeah. Well,
The smartest thing for her to do
Yeah.
is to keep her fucking mouth shut, which is what she did.
Right.
They put her in a cushy prison where she could do yoga.
yeah. Yoga in prison. That doesn't sound good.
Here's one of my favorite ones. I'm gonna send you this, Jamie, because somebody tweeted this and it's just so perfect. And it just shows you how crazy this whole thing has been, like, from the very beginning. This is someone tweeted this from the Atlantic, and this is what's funny about this. Check this out, Jamie. So it's these fucking people. It's like they all knew her. They all knew him. So many people knew him and knew her. And they're all pretending that they didn't. And no one knew it. Check this out. This is the Atlantic says. Go up, Becker, so we can see it. So we can see the quote below it. Below it.
I'm trying. I zoomed.
No, go back.
No, I zoomed it.
There we go. I can't read it. There it goes. This is what the Atlantic posts. If the Epstein scandal teaches us anything, it's that America needs a dedicated and decently funded group of people whose job it is not to just ask questions, but to find answers. And then this guy, Sean Davis, posts, the woman on the right is Ghislaine Maxwell. She trafficked children for Jeffrey Epstein. The woman on the left owns your magazine. This is so fucking wild.
Yeah.
Just that alone is so wild that they would have the balls to post that. We need dedicated journalists, not just people asking questions, which is, like, for sure, an attack on podcasts. Like, listen, you guys didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You didn't do shit. So just the fact that we're just asking questions along with that, or is this a knock on the defunding of PBS, which is essentially a propaganda network for the Democratic Party?
Yeah, which is now being apparently, we'll see if that happens, but apparently being defunded. But yeah, look,